Yeah.
Do you negotiate? Do you just neg the deal yourself? It's all you
Yeah.
just talking straight to the team.
Yeah. I haven't had a manager the whole time, but yeah, thankfully one of the good things from being in like the corporate world is like you have some negotiation skills.
Yeah.
And you know
That
how to have
business consulting roles
how to
finally
have
coming.
some tough conversations. So yeah, that helped me out a bit.
Do you think some of the athletes lose out a bit because there's not that agent land associated with
Yeah.
the women's side?
Yeah, it's not just because there's no agents. I think it's like a bit of a cultural thing as well. Like a lot of the women just feel privileged to be there and they'll accept what they're given.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, yeah, I think if you've got some other options to fall back on, then you can play hardball a bit better.
But also, like, even for a lot of athletes, they've never been in that situation where they have to negotiate anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Like
just been like...
it's just been...
Or their parents have done it for them, or, or they're just given stuff. It's like, you're talented, here's this thing.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, being on a pro team is like, it's a business.
It is.
And you're an asset. So
that was something that I especially in those early days of starting this podcast, when you start to have sponsors and you're trying to put a number on this thing, and you're like, well, what is it? I don't know what it is. There's no rule book.
Exactly. It doesn't really, like, what is the value of a bike rider, really? Who knows? It's as much as like whatever you can get away with asking for.
Did you have other teams at the time that had a number to give you a bit of a gauge, or were you just swinging at Mitchelton Scott, just going, $2 million, come at me?
All your money.
Yeah.
Nah, I had another team, but like they... actually, yeah, there was another team that I was talking to seriously that didn't end up like going ahead, but like they gave me some pretty good numbers that I was able to play off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was...
And the team actually didn't start. Like, the team was never a thing.
I think they went ahead, but then they didn't end up having the budget that they'd promised. So they wouldn't have been able to pay me what they were offering anyway.
Very, very standard cycling procedure.
Yeah.
But it must also, like, there's something about signing your first pro contract with an Aussie registered team.
Yeah, just like getting recognition in Australia as well. Like some of the other riders, even though, you know, they're on really good teams, like they get a little bit forgotten about in the Australian media because they're not on the Australian team.
Yeah.
Which is a pity, I think. But
yeah. I'm really interested in especially